In the previous episode, we have seen that how Socrates' philosophy satisfies this particular sentence: the unexamined life is not worth living. Now we are going to see how he satisfies knowledge is virtue and what are his thoughts on rule of law. This will be also similar 8 minutes, 9 minutes video. I hope so. If anything, if I want to dive deeper, it might take time. Either it won't take that much time. So, many believed people could know difference between right and wrong, but chose wrong anyway because this is easy. So, usually people in Athens before war, they thought like they want to know the difference between right and wrong, but they chose wrong anyway without any question. So, Socrates questions on question or inquiry. Socrates always tells to question or inquiry anything around you and then find a reason and then believe it. That particular reason is called knowledge, and that is episteme, and that is very much higher than compared to anything. Athenian democracy here always have power in hands of persuasive. Whoever go and influence people, they'll have the power. Democracy, it is democracy, but if you do rhetorics good, philosophy you study under sophists and get how to do rhetorics, those people will have power in their hands, not necessarily the knowledgeable or virtuous or who have ariti. Whoever is virtuous or knowledgeable, they it is not about that. They are not considering that. Maybe there might be one or two people, but still it is not like you have knowledge you are king. No, it's not like that. It is like, if you do rhetorics, if you influence people using rhetorics and sophists, you have studied under sophists, so you will get multiple new methodologies. That is what gives you power in Athens before the war. That is what happened there. So what Plato tells is, every wrongdoing every wrongdoing will come from ignorance. You ignore something. For example, you ignore something, and because of that particular ignorance only, every wrongdoing will happen. If a person truly possess episteme, they will inevitably virtuous. What Socrates believed is, of course, there is a lot of criticism for this sentence. We'll discuss in the next video about criticism. But here you have to see, if he have truly, if we have episteme matlab knowledge. If we have knowledge, then inevitably act will be morally good act. Whatever act he have done as a power having candidate, he will do morally good act. That is what Socrates believed in. A person truly possesses episteme. If a person truly possesses episteme, they will inevitably act virtuous. That does have criticism. We will talk about that. So next, governance should be therefore by experts who possess this knowledge. This is what Socrates believe and tells, that whoever have knowledge, they have to govern the state, not the people who can do rhetorics, who doesn't know truth, and whose truth changes, whose judgment changes person to person, culture to culture. No, that is not the thing. So so he is saying he is basically a critic of democratic incompetence. He is a critic of democratic incompetence. He have profound respect for rule of law. His respect towards rule of law, actually he says that law never changes because law is episteme. Whenever you make law, you have, if it is made through reason, then law is episteme. So basically, rule of law, whatever it is here, he have profound respect towards rule of law. So execution should be greater than escape. Escape is with the rhetorics. You change your truth every time, you change your knowledge every time. Execution is what? So rule of law is execution. Once you write the law, you will never change it, and that is execution. So breaking the law means you are doing morally wrong. You are not virtuous king. That is what he tells there. So this connects basically ethics to governance and public administration, laying the groundwork for theories of expert rule. Expert man matlab virtuous person rule. Whoever is virtuous, who is morally superior, they should rule. Virtuous rule. Basically, he will have episteme which is attained with reason, and enduring importance of the rule of law in just society. We'll talk about just society in Plato very soon. So, in a just society, that is what his ideas about knowledge is virtue and rule of law. So let's complete criticism also in this. I hope so. People will search for criticism separately, so they'll get a short video. Chalo, we'll not do criticism in this video. I hope you understood everything about the knowledge is virtue and rule of law. And if you didn't understand, please let me know in the comments. I'll reply, or I'll either make a new episode. If you doesn't understand, I'll replace this episode. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet in the next episode. If you didn't subscribe, please don't forget to subscribe. Do subscribe to the channel. Mission UPSC.